Alright, so this new insane TARMIEL has just come out, and we're gonna hop in on PvP straight up and while we talk about what he does, but he looks to be insane. Actually, just before, quickly before we go, just wanna show his stats real quick. Really good, obviously new character, so really good stats. 98% crit chance with 208% crit damage. I'm using HP defense. I will make attack crit for him, just that's what I made for now. He is going to be an insane DPS character while being a passive defense character. So, what does this guy do? He is really good, but what's actually insane is his grace. But his passive, when the hero recovers HP with the effect of his grace, which again we'll talk about in a second, increases basic stats of all allies by 6% up to 5 times. So you're getting a 30% basic stat increase for all allies regardless of who they are, what race they are. Like if you think of like Red Sauriel and stuff like that, they have like these limitations. Like, oh, this is goddess. No, he doesn't care. Whatever the allies are, they get an increase. His grace. When the hero is attacked by the enemy on the enemy's turn, recovers 30% of the damage taken. If the hero receives 2 or more attacks on the same turn from the same enemy, nullify the effects of all skills, including ultimate move for all enemies for 2 turns. So essentially, the disabling move that Chandler does, that Margaret's 6/6 ultimate does, that's what that is. And that grace can be put on anyone in the game that doesn't already have a grace. So you can think from this how broken that is, right? His grace can be put on any character in the game. It's insane. Now let's talk about his blue card. His blue card is honestly what I'm mostly confused about what does. I actually am a little, maybe I'm just stupid, but I'm actually a little confused. But the first part initially is like understandable, but for 2 turns, increases, I'm reading the level 3. For 2 turns, increases attack of all allies by 45%. That's understandable. It just increases the attack. Applies a buff that decreases damage taken from all enemies by 10% for 1 turn after taking damage, repeatable up to 3 times. What does repeatable up to 3 times mean? Can he only take 3 attacks? So this is, I have 30k attack with 350k defense. Or, sorry, HP. Kind of nutty. Let's get this flood attack here going. Oh no, I don't want to kill Tarmiel. Wait, I actually just realized this Margaret's... That's fine. That was without Zaudra's passive either, because the enemies had like no debuffs. Oh, that actually hit too hard. Okay, he only had 1 Tarmiel card, so he didn't get the ultimate for Margaret there. He has Flood, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned. He has single target Flood. Just a really good card. Just a really good card. And he has Detonate Ultimate AoE, which got buffed, by the way. So Milim, her ultimate got buffed, which was a Detonate AoE. Do I still have the blue card? So at this point right here, Tarmiel's passive is maxed out, I'm assuming. No, only 2 stacks. Yeah, I didn't really get attacked. But Margaret's passive is maxed out, because we have so many blue and stance cards. Let's go with this, because I actually want to see the damage. I have him 4/6. I didn't 6/6 him, because he's not like a exclusive character. I'll pull him more. I'm using Zaudra's in the back, because I thought, you know, with Sauriel on the team, it's going to be very easy to... it's going to be very easy to get debuffs on the enemies, but... I'm not so sure now. Yeah, it's still pretty easy. I could swap out Zeldris for like Red Lizhawk or something, but I don't know. They didn't really talk about his Holy Relic yet, but his Holy Relic is essentially Droll's passive. Green Droll's passive. I don't know if I would have a screenshot for that, but Green Droll's passive, where if the enemy gets max ultimate gauge, they get sealed. It's actually on practice, right? It's actually a very good ability, because you think about this Tarmiel, I think one drawback to using this Tarmiel over blue Tarmiel is that blue Tarmiel was such good ult control, having an ult removal card. This Tarmiel doesn't have one, but if he seals their ultimate, right, that's a form of ult control that you can have from him. So his relic is really good. I can't make the relic because You know, they dropped 400 relics. They're actually just non-stop dropping relics. It's actually a problem. Like they're just non-stop dropping relics, and I can't make them. Like I don't have time. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, right? You saw the debuffs on the enemies there. I couldn't have time to process that. The enemies got mega debuffed there. And that's from the card. That's from the blue card. That's damage. They're getting their damage lower, then they're taking more damage. It's just very difficult, actually. maybe it's just me, but having an issue, like understanding how that's cards. Oh, HP defense, by the way. How that card's supposed to work. Also, I could actually, you know, again, this TARMIEL is not bound to a single team. Oh, level 3 is gonna hit hard. He's not bound to a single team. I could easily bring here, you know, a multitude of different teams. I just chose Goddess because, you know, it works well. Or Archangels, rather. It works really well. And also, okay, if Melee attacked TARMIEL again, he'll get disabled. I was going to talk about that in a second here. So much with the new character here. Let's attack Zeldris because I actually want to see the level 3 do damage here. I don't have a max Zeldris passive. I might actually take out Zeldris, I don't know. 400k, that's very good. That HP defense, he's like, with all that he's doing, you know, his grace can be applied to anyone, which I think is the biggest thing about like having him. The fact that his grace applies to anyone that you want, except like other characters already have graces, obviously, it's such a big deal. It's legitimately like insane that they actually thought it was a good idea. Let me see the stats again. 500k HP. 31k attack. That's without his blue card that would actually raise attack, right? This blue card right here. It's nutty. I'll attack Melee because actually I'm just here to see damage, right? Could actually use again Red Sauriel to buff my stats even more. So that also could be a thing. You have multitude of options, and with his grace, I don't know if you noticed. I actually pointed this on stream. The moment I put him on the field, I noticed this and I put it on stream. There's no indication of his grace. You know how with blue Ludociel, or I guess both Ludociels are blue, but like OG Ludociel, right? When you pop out on the field with Ludociel, for the first 2 turns, there's that gray around him, right? To indicate that there is an invincibility there towards, you know, freezes, stuns, whatever. With this character, there is no indication. I guess you could see that was 2 characters when the type of advantage. Jesus. They both had max ultimate gauge, so they didn't say damage with the detonate. Ooh, Merlin. Maybe not. Scotty. That's a bot. I mean, JP. It's JP. When you find a player, they quit. Again, I don't blame them, to be honest. Again, I was talking about the visibility issue. When you see, you know, the unit in front of you show that, I can describe it. You know, the effect it shows when you have Ludociel's link, the OG Ludociel, that doesn't allow freeze. You know, don't freeze that character. You don't have to like open up and check. But with this TARMIEL, there's no visual indication that his grace is present. So let's say I'm using Red DN or Terry, right? And I have the link of this TARMIEL on that character. Like, especially taunt characters, on that character. All players that I face will have to go up to me, when I face them as well, and check if they have the link. That's a problem, because that's just annoying. That's just actually very annoying. And I can see a lot of people being very pissed at that. It's just very annoying to have to deal with. Every single match you play from now on, you're gonna have to be overly cautious, because if you attack that character twice with the same character, you know, maybe you just won't do that all match. Could happen, but if you happen to attack that character twice, because you didn't check if they have TARMIEL link, Your unit is going to be disabled for 2 turns, and it's going to be super annoying. Super annoying. And again, it's just terrible that they actually decide to make the character like that. They could easily change it like now. Like they make like a hotfix to change that. I don't think the people who summoned for him would be pissed about it. I think that people would just be like happy about the change, because it's actually like very weird that they even thought that was a good idea. I was attacking Scotty first because, you know, he has Melascula, which is kind of annoying. Let me kill Melascula here. He has Scotty, which is kind of annoying because she, for each debuff, you know, I get weaker, but it's fine. It is like that. The Grace is the biggest thing for me. Like, you know, he as a unit is very good. Like whatever he's doing, all that he's doing is very good, I think. But to me, the Grace should not be like that, where you like, again, from now on, you're gonna have to, every single match that you play on PvP, check, does the enemy have Tarmiel Grace? Yes. Okay, I can't attack that enemy twice with the same character. Or he doesn't. Okay, cool. But, you know, it's just having that little moment now every single match I play, and like I'm probably not gonna do that, to be honest. Like I'm probably not gonna do that and just get annoyed when it happens, right? Like I'm just gonna be playing PvP like normal, and then just randomly my character's gonna get disabled, and I'm gonna be like, oh, he has Tarmiel Link. That's annoying. I don't know. This is a bad idea. See here, if I had Tarmiel Grace, I mean, I'm playing this match, I just, you know, been trying to see damage more than anything, so sad, but if I had the, not Grace, if I had the Holy Relic, Mally would actually get sealed right there, and I would have been fine here, but that's fine. You know, the Goddess team, oh, that's unfortunate. The Goddess team is good, like, it's really good, but I don't really like running it, to be honest. I feel like it's missing something. And again, I actually threw this on stream, this speculation. Maybe they'll make this. They will make. I'm actually not gonna use the blue card for Tarmiel. The Mael character, right, whenever he comes out, they're gonna make Mael not with a Grace. Like, you know how Mael first comes in, and Escanor still has the Grace, sort of. I don't know, they could make it, you know, that should be an excuse to not give Mael the Grace, so that you actually use this Tarmiel as a link. That's not too far-fetched, I don't think. That sounds like they definitely could do that. I don't know. And again, if I had this Holy Relic... See, all those crits. If I had this Holy Relic, he actually would have been sealed. I wish I could make Holy Relics. I really wish I could, but they literally don't give us time to farm, so... Like, you can't farm the Relic infinitely. Fine, okay. But don't drop like 4 Holy Relics a week. 2 weeks after, they dropped 1 Holy Relic, and then another Holy Relic the following week. It's just like... Can I make them? Can I have time to make them? Yeah, I can't. I can't have time to make them. This match was short. I'm just checking the stats, because the stats are insane. And I mean, Sauriel, so I'm using green Sauriel because I think, you know, he's better than red Sauriel. Although red Sauriel, I don't know. Red Sauriel has a stat buff, and he, with his relic, he actually raises his own stats as well when he crits people. He might actually become crazy. I'm not gonna kill actually here because I don't have a stance. Maybe I should have saved. Don't combine cards for melee with this. Okay, thank you. So many blue cards. Yeah, maybe I should use red Sauriel. Red Sauriel has really good DPS. I mean, I'll give it a try for sure, but like, I just want to, you know, get this video out of the way. Was Ban disabled? Did like no damage there. Red Sauriel is gonna do like nasty damage. And I already have 2 characters with blue cards, so it's like, I don't need... Oh, that's really good damage from Margaret. I don't need, you know, another character to proc in, like, Margaret's passive. I'm good with just having Margaret and Tarmiel with cards that do that. I don't know, the Goddess team has mega potential now, and I saw someone in chat saying, you know, with the Goddess team, you can actually... you know, just use Goddess Liz. I guess you wouldn't be able to use blue Tarmiel though, but you can use Goddess Liz with this Tarmiel link in the back, and then have I don't know, green Saurio or like a taunt. I don't know, something like that to like help out Ult Rush. Or you could just use blue Tarmiel with Foul His Grace. You really could. Blue Tarmiel is still gonna be really good with the damage reduction, and with the again the ult control that he has. Blue Tarmiel can still actually work pretty well even with Foul His Grace. So I guess you could use Blue Tarmiel with Foul His Grace, and then you use this Tarmiel as link for Goddess. There's so many options. Like, this Grace would have been completely fine if it was just the beginning portion, the healing. If it was just the healing portion, the Grace would have already been a good Grace. It would have been like a discussion like, oh, should I use blue Tarmiel's Grace or red Tarmiel's Grace? Because they're both, you know, healer Graces. And, you know, maybe you want to heal directly after you get hit, or you want to heal based on your defense. Maybe you're using a character that doesn't use defense, right? You're using like attack crit, but you want to have that heal back. You know, Tarmiel's Grace, the red Tarmiel is just objectively better, right? But then for some cases, for some units, maybe not. So it would be like a discussion. Which Grace do I want to use? But here it's like, there's no question. Why would you use blue Tarmiel's Grace? When this Tarmiel not only heals you when you get hit, it also has the effect that if some poor soul decides to double attack you, they get disabled for 2 turns. It's actually like insane. It's actually insane. Like they decided that was a good idea. I don't know. I think I'll end it here. Let me know what you think of Tarmiel. You know, with all the Archangels getting holy relics, it's pretty hard not to speculate that Mael is coming soon. It's really hard not to speculate, but it's always like, oh, this unit might come soon because of this, and then they just don't, right? I don't know. Let me know what you think.